And we back with another
Sir,
episode of the DMV Boyz. How you doing, Phil?
I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, it's always good to see you on a Wednesday night.
I
You
know.
know,
I missed doing this last week.
well, we had things we had to take care of.
Yeah.
Normal house stuff, normal adult. People with 401k stuff. Stuff people with retirement plans and stocks got to take care of. You know what I'm saying?
I think they did it.
Oh man. So what are you drinking on the night?
I got a little 1730.
Oh, I got a little 1738 ginger tea. You know what I'm saying? Straight out of Whole Foods.
Hey, listen. Whatever floats your boat.
But hey, man, let's jump straight into it, man.
Sir.
So NFL season
Yeah.
is just 24 hours away. I know that you are like a massive football fan
Sir.
and an even bigger Dallas Cowboy fan. Yeah. So
Kind of losing that second one though, but yeah. It's
but
harder to say that.
But yeah, since the season starts tomorrow, it's been a lot happening in the past week.
Yeah.
Obviously, the biggest news that everybody was talking about this past few days is the 49ers wide receiver Ricky Purcell getting shot. What the hell? What? Come on, San Francisco, man. Like, you shooting your first round draft picks out there.
This is, I don't know the whole story. You never get the whole story.
Yeah.
But when you come up on that type of gift, being drafted, tuck yourself away. Stop going out. Don't go to the neighborhood Waffle House. Stay home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go to practice, come home. Go to practice, come home. If your boys want to come to the house, people that you trust, that's cool. Stay out the streets. Stay out the streets. Ain't nothing out there. Fortunately, it didn't turn out as bad as it could have. But come on, we got to do that. We got to do that.
Yeah. So the story was, Ricky was leaving somewhere and they tried to jack him for his Rolex. And anybody know right now, San Francisco is like the third level of hell right now.
Yeah.
So you walking out there with a Rolex and they come up on you, he actually tried to fight with the attacker. Now, I know me. You come up on me with the heat. Hey, here you go, brother. I can get another one. I'm a first round draft pick. I can get another one.
Yeah.
Ricky tried to fight him. They almost Rickied his ass from Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But luckily, he's gonna be all right. Now, first, I don't know how he got shot in the chest and he back in practice already. That's a tough dude.
Yeah. Now, could be one of them wounds where he didn't get shot like this, but shot like this.
No, I think they said it went through him. It went through him in the chest.
Man.
So how it missed? Now they did say he's gonna be out for a month. Because apparently bullets gonna tear up some muscles. So like, he's gonna be out for a month. It's kind of crazy because he was already injured. His shoulder was already pretty messed up. So, but I gotta give him credit, man. Some balls on that dude, man, for trying to fight somebody. First off, with a bum shoulder and a gun.
I think sometimes you first of all, it catches you off guard. So your first instinct is to defend yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people came off on the wrong end of that defense.
Yeah.
So he's just one of the lucky ones where he lived to tell a story about it.
Yeah, it's similar. It's similar to Brian Robinson with the Washington Commanders, man. They ran up on him, tried to take his Hellcat.
Yeah.
And he tried to fight the young and shot him in the leg, and thankfully, he was able to come back and play. But young is out here wilding, man. They coming up on you and trying to take your stuff. I'm not losing my dream, brother. Take this Hellcat. That's what Geico is for. Somebody call Jake at State Farm. Help me get another car.
The worst thing that's going to happen is you take my Hellcat and I got to Uber home. You are. That's it. I'm not getting shot over no Rolex or no car. I got other things to do. I got places to see. I got fam. Yeah, not. Give
Yeah.
it up, people. Just give it up. You
Yeah,
can get
but
another.
hope to see him back on the field, man. He a first round draft pick for a
Yeah.
reason,
Yeah.
and they his nickname is Ricky Bobby,
Mm-hmm.
from Water Boy. So he's a tough dude, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, much respect to him, and hopefully
Yeah.
he comes back soon.
I mean,
Uh,
just give it up. That's all. Just give it up
yeah, brother, they make Rolexes every day.
all the time.
Yeah, so I got a good laugh out of reading some NFL news this weekend, and it's about how petty Jamar Chase ass is. So Jamar Chase has been a camp hold-in for a new contract, right?
Yeah.
So that the Bengals went offer him a contract. He come and said, "I need 1 cent more than Justin Jefferson." What in the petty pendergrass is this dude?
We touched on this 2-3 episodes ago, where these dudes are divas. They're
Yeah.
divas, and I guess it carries some kind of weight where I can say, you know what, I'm the highest paid player in the league, even if it's by 1 cent. Even if it's by 1 cent.
Look, I know he's been competing with Justin Jefferson ever since he was with LSU. He's competing with him. They always competing for who's number 1 and 2. Now, there's no argument about who's number 1 to me in the league. There's no argument.
Yeah.
It's Justin Jefferson. Now, it's a toss-up between who can be 2 and 3 between like CeeDee Lamb and Jamar Chase, and sometimes throw Devontae Adams in there. But homie said, I'm going to hold in on camp. I'm going to show up late to camp and to training every day. And then you got to give me 1 cent more than the highest paid receiver, because that's what I'm worth.
But he's going to get paid.
Yeah.
The issue is he still has 2 years left on his original contract, versus just where most of the time is 1.
Yeah.
If you pay him now, it'll save you so much more later.
Yeah.
The rate just keeps going up. Get him do what he want. Get him on the field. Let's start playing some ball. Let's start playing ball. But I guess at some point, as an owner, you do have to kind of say, yeah, listen, you're going to have to write that contract out.
Yeah, now, go back to the Carson Palmer days.
Yeah.
Bengals owners are known to be stingy dudes and not paying you. They did the same thing with Chad Johnson. Yep. They did the same thing with AJ Green. They are known, and they did it with Andy Dalton. They're known to not pay you. I think they should pay him, because I think you're not gonna find somebody else like him.
Oh yeah,
out there, unless you're gonna go get Justin Jefferson. You're not getting another Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is a beast. I still think he is probably the toughest wide receiver. He ain't the fastest. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna lead the league in yards, but he's the toughest dude.
Yeah.
And he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we had to have a wide receiver draft right now, and we have 5 options, he's gonna always be probably number 2 for my list. Like I said, JJ's number 1. JJ number 1.
Yeah.
But then it's gonna be between CeeDee and Chase. That's where I'm going.
That.
So, would I give him that? Would I give him that Justin Jefferson bag? If I'm Cincinnati, yeah, because y'all ain't never won shit. So you may want to pay him, but they got another issue going on, and that's T. Higgins got to get paid. So it's looking like they're gonna lose one of them, because I have never seen a team in my life pay 2 wide receivers max money. Never seen it. And you just paid, the Powerball to Burrow last year, and unless I'm tripping, I don't see Cincinnati as like a big market team. So
they haven't won anything. So
I don't even know what Cincinnati's known for. They known for like concrete, or like I don't know what they known for.
I went up to a bowling tournament one time. It was this place on a river that sold ribs. They were amazing. But outside of that, ribs were amazing.
But I would pay him. I would pay him. Try to sign T. Higgins to like a shorter term deal, franchise, something like that. But I thought that was just the pettiest shit, man. When he was like, I need 1 cent more than him.
I like it.
Look, I like the
Yeah,
competitiveness of it,
yeah.
and I do believe he's a guy. If you give him that money, he gonna try and beat Justin Jefferson in everything possible. I
And
believe he's that kind of dude.
you
I don't
want
think he's
that.
gonna get the money and lay down.
Yeah, you want that drive.
Yeah,
If
rookie
Justin
year.
Jefferson, if Justin Jefferson go out there and he catches for 2,000 yards, he's going to want the 2001. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So he's that type of guy. So them the dudes you pay.
yeah. And
Don't get
here's
me
what he
started.
has.
Don't get me started on the dudes you don't pay. But
Yeah.
dudes like that, you pay.
Well, here's what he does have that Justin Jefferson don't got. He got a Super Bowl appearance,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and it was a beautiful Super Bowl appearance. They lost,
yeah.
but I remember him cooking Jalen Ramsey the whole game. He beat Jalen Ramsey like he was his child that game, and I said, "Oh," and that's why I knew. I said, "Dude's gonna be a star." It was no question in my mind.
Yeah.
Now he was injured last year a little bit,
And
but
Earls was hurt. So
yeah,
his stats were down. But you know what you had in.
yeah.
You know what you had.
But
So
he's gonna be all right. I hope that they do pay him.
yeah. Oh,
And your boy, CeeDee Lamb, 4 years, 136 million. The boy hit the mega millions.
yeah. 38 signing bonus, 100 guaranteed. Uh, yeah, I mean, but here's the thing: you knew he was gonna pay that dude, so
You
why
had to. You had to.
wait all this time? But even with that said, though, my dilemma as an owner would be this: because right now he gets the stats. He got a quarterback that's gonna go to him when he's in trouble. He got a quarterback that's gonna. What happens if you don't pay that?
You get another quarterback in the draft. Well, look, the Dallas is not going to do what most other teams would do, and they would say it's a transition year. I don't ever see the Dallas Cowboys having a transition year.
That's because they sell hope. They sell hope. You can't go to. He's going to always talk. Oh yeah, we're all in. You ain't all in. You went sign Zeke. Don't get me started. Go ahead. I'm about to get off top.
But you had to pay him. You had
Yeah.
to pay him the money that he was asking because look, man, I don't care what nobody. He was Dak's security blanket all last year. When it was a catch that need to be made, it wasn't Ferguson or Cooks. It was CeeDee. So when they said, "Oh, he was gonna hold out," I said, "Oh, he gonna get paid." I don't care how long. It'll be a minute before the first kickoff or the first game. I said they're gonna pay him.
But
They're gonna pay him. It was never a doubt in my mind that he wouldn't get his money. It was how much he was gonna get. I knew he was not getting Justin Jefferson money. I knew that wasn't gonna happen because he has more around him than Justin has.
Yeah. I wouldn't have bet on that because Jerry, he'll open his wallet. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have bet on that part of it. But I mean, we knew he was gonna get paid.
Yeah. I mean, now they just got to worry about who else gets paid at the end of the year. But I think you might see a record year. I think for CeeDee, I think you're going to either see a record year or it's going to be a bad year. It's one. It ain't going to be no in the middle. Either he breaking down to 2,000 yards or 1,800, 2,000 yards, or man, he gonna be on the low thousands because of the pressure that's on other members of his team. But he got to do a little bit more now. Like he can't just be slot boy now. He gotta go out there. He gotta go against the number one corners now.
But this is why you put him. You sign him early so he can get the reps, so you can game plan for him.
Mm-hmm.
Now he in somewhere reading a playbook and they play next week. You know what I mean? He like, man, what is ZYX? So he got to learn all this stuff now. You know what I mean? That's why you get these dudes in there early, you sign them, and let's get the ball going. But now, this, I don't want to knock on wood. This dude get in the game and pull a hamstring or some shit.
Yeah.
And, hurt for the majority of the season because he doesn't have that training. That can't.
Yeah, that's always a problem when they hold out, man. You be like, oh, brother. Yeah. I've only seen maybe once when a player held out and it worked out. I remember Zeke held out some years ago. He came back like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Bosa held out last year and he did not look the same. He held out all camp. They gave him that 200-something million. And I'm like, it took him some games to get back up to speed. And thank God, the 49ers still look good without him. But normally when those guys hold out and they hold out so long, you be like, uh-oh, you know. But I think CD's gonna have still think he's gonna have a good year. As a Washington Commanders fan, I don't want him to have too good of a year. I want him to have a good year individually, but team wise, I hope he suffers. You know.
I ain't even mad.
Since the season starts tomorrow, man, we're gonna do a little bit of quick picks right here. Okay, so we're gonna go over a few games real quick. So tomorrow night, Ravens Chiefs. Who you got?
You know, first game of the season, a lot of expectations. The Chiefs let one go early I think it was game 1 last year.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, it was. I can't remember who they played.
They looked a little suspect the first 10 games.
Yeah.
I mean, remember they limped into the playoffs, man.
Yeah,
they limped in.
Pulled fire at the right time, but they're an experienced team now, so they can do that. You know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens though because I think they just have a little more to prove. You know, they want to come out. They want to start the season. They want to punch the Chiefs of all people in the face and let them know, hey, we here. So,
wait, I'm gonna go with the Ravens too. You know, I'm gonna go with them too. So I think that they're gonna come out. I think they're gonna show what Derrick Henry got. They're gonna show him that, hey, game 1, we're gonna make a statement. We're gonna hand this ball off to Derrick, and this is what all y'all gotta deal with all year long. In Kansas City, if we see y'all again,
you're
gonna get more of this.
Yes.
So I think you're gonna get. I don't think you're getting 30 carries up. I think you're gonna get like probably 20 carries. Lamar gonna do a few runs.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna play small ball with them. And I think the Ravens beat them probably. I'm gonna go on a limb, say like 21-13.
I like it.
That's what I'm gonna go out and say today.
I was gonna say 21-17, but 21-13.
Yeah, the Ravens ain't. I still don't think of the Ravens' offensive juggernaut all that much, especially with Derrick. Derrick just slow grind the ball, and he'll be all right.
He's, you want Henry healthy at the playoffs. What he's doing the regular season, that's cool. But when it come playoff time and the bad weather, you need a hammer in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully he stay healthy and we can see what these Ravens can do.
Yeah, when they play people like the Giants, just sit him out. Don't even play him. Go ahead and play the third stringers against somebody like that. Go ahead and save Derrick Henry up. But they do good. Look, it's going to be a whole bunch of crab cakes for life.
Man, I guess, sir. Oh, Baltimore going to go crazy. Go crazy.
All right, so the first Brazil game in Sao Paulo, Green Bay Packers versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
This is a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with Philly just for off their quarterback experience.
Mm-hmm.
Love came off, last 7 or 8 games last year, looked great. Looked great. Looked like a future, the future for the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Philly just went out and they got loaded.
Yeah,
they got loaded. A run game along with what Hurts and them already do.
Mm-hmm.
Barkley now, same thing as the Ravens game. They're going to get a lot of Barkley,
mm-hmm.
In a grind out type of game.
Hey, I want to go with Philly. Also, look, they paid Jordan Love this offseason, but I still don't see where they upgrade. I think they got Josh Jacobs now. I think they got Josh Jacobs. I think they signed him to a 4-year deal. I hope I'm not wrong with that one. That's a good compliment, but I think they overachieved last year because no one was paying attention to them. Yeah. No one was looking at them. When they weren't expected to make the playoffs, and then when they got there, everybody was like,
"What they doing?
Yeah, how they get here? Who the hell left the gate open and let them up in here?" And so when they got to the playoffs, man, remember he was out there playing with a bunch of ragtag dudes who nobody knew who they were.
Yeah.
So now eyeballs is on you. Now everybody got tape. Philly has retooled.
Yes.
They're going to give you a heavy dose of Barkley so Jalen Hurts ain't got to run as much anymore.
Yep.
They stole the Washington Commanders wide receiver, Jahan Dotson, who's going to be a pretty good slant receiver for them now.
Yep.
They went into the draft and first-round pick and second-round pick was the two best corners.
Yeah.
I think Philly takes this one. I'm gonna say Philly, 28-20. Don't get me wrong, Green Bay Jordan Love gonna show out. But in the end, I think Philly's defense is back and Philly got them 28-20.
Yeah. I don't even have the package getting 20.
Woo.
Yeah. I don't even have the package getting 20. I think it's gonna be ugly.
Now I kind of know what this one's gonna be. Sunday at 4:00, Dallas Cowboys versus the Cleveland Browns.
I told myself I'm not gonna be a homer on this show. God damn it. I gotta be a homer. I'm taking my boys. I'm taking my boys. And for the mere fact that we're playing the Cleveland Browns. We've had this discussion. They're the Browns. They're the Browns, right? So you go ahead, you make a statement early, you get on the W because the Cowboys schedule is brutal for the first 8 weeks. Brutal.
Mm-hmm.
So
and this is a tough game, Phil. It's not easy.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not saying it's easy, but you have to get on the board early. And if they don't see that, this first game will tell you how the season's gonna go. This first game will tell you how the season's gonna go.
Okay, I'm gonna go the opposite way. I'm going with the Browns. I think Deshaun Watson is healthy and not suspended for the first time in 2 years.
Yeah.
They still let Nick Chubb recover. The defense is returning. Remember, they were a top 3 defense last year.
They always. But Chubb is out he's on IR, right?
Yeah, he gonna be out for a while. Yeah. If they can get him back mid-season, they'll be good. See, but I think the Browns are going to be the sleeper team. I think they're going to just squeak by. I think this is going to be a ugly, grinding game. 2 of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah.
And I got Myles Garrett giving Dallas's rookie left tackle fits.
Oh,
it's going to be an intro to the league.
But I think that's also another reason why they went and got Zeke, because Zeke was an excellent blocker.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells me we're going to have, out of the 17 games, Dak is going to pass 40 plus times, probably 14 of them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Now they get extra protection. But with Chubb being out, Dallas Achilles heel has always been the opposite team's running game.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have that hammer in the backfield and Chubb. I like the Cowboys. I like the Cowboys.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'm going Browns. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm going Browns like 17-14. I think it's gonna be an ugly game, man. I don't see either quarterback throwing for 300 yards. I think it's gonna be an ugly grinding game. I think the Browns will pull it out. And because if the Cowboys don't win that game, the media is going to explode. So I think they have a lot of pressure on them to win quick. Nobody's talking about Cleveland, and I think that's where they want it. So I'm going with Cleveland in that game.
I can't be mad at it.
Now, a rematch of a second round game, we got the Los Angeles Rams versus the Detroit Lions. The Lions, who's like looking like everybody's Super Bowl pick this year on all the sports sites. Mm-hmm. So this is going to be a good game. The league, I'll say, the league did a really good thing with scheduling week 1. It's all storylines, this week. So who you got for I'm about to say St. Louis, LA and the Lions.
And that's actually who beat the Chiefs last year. It was the Lions with Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
I like that coach. I think he's the real deal. I think his team rally around him. They play hard. Mm-hmm. They might have overachieved a little bit, but I think second year in that program and under that coach, I'm gonna have to take the Lions.
Yeah. I agree with you right there. I'm gonna go with the Lions also.
Yeah.
You can't count out the Rams because the dudes always sneak in and they'll somehow beat the 49ers one game, beat Detroit one game. They're a sneaky team, man. They've always been that way ever since they got Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
But I think this is the Lions' year, man. I think they're gonna have a comfortable season. I think the Lions is going to hit them up like 35-14 this game. I got I got those dual running backs they got with I want to say Williams and Montgomery.
Yeah,
They're gonna kill it, man.
yeah,
They killing it, bro.
yeah. And I mean, they believe in themselves, man. And that's the
Yeah.
scary. That's the scary part, you know.
And I'm gonna tell you how I know they're gonna do good. They done. It's like a recipe for success. They got a cornerback that got arrested for something. Whenever you get a cornerback, they get arrested. That means you're gonna do good things. So he gonna come out. He gonna have a ball out season because he know next year he suspended 8 games.
Yeah,
So he gonna ball out.
Yeah. So he'll have a job the following season.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Lions for that one. And so I guess we gotta have a little fun with this one. The Minnesota Vikings and New York Giants.
Who cares?
Yeah, you kind of right with that one. You kind of right with that one. I think that's gonna be a blackout.
Give him a tie.
Yeah, I think a 3-3 tie.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, what I believe is going to be America's game of the week is the San Francisco 49ers versus the New York Jets. Man, everybody looking to see what A-Rod going to look like. He been looking real good in camp with Garrett Wilson, playing against what was the number 1 defense last year. But also, another top 3 defense is the 49ers. And the 49ers bringing back everybody. They got Brandon Ayuk back. They paid him that money.
Paid him the bag.
Yeah, they paid Mike Tomlin's son that money.
Yep.
You know, they retooled Trent Williams' deal. You know what I'm saying? They gave him a little bit more guaranteed money.
Guaranteed, yeah.
You know, what's his name? The running back, McCaffrey. He's back from injury. He's ready to play.
Yep.
So this is going to be a hell of a game. I would not be shocked. I don't want anybody to officially quote me on it. I would not be shocked if I saw San Francisco versus the Jets in the Super Bowl. Now, am I picking that? Hell nah. But would I be surprised to see that?
Even without seeing what Aaron looked like?
Man, he'll be all right.
He's 60 though, right?
Look, man.
We have no idea what this dude's gonna look like.
He do look like he on the box of what's the Just for Men commercial. He do like one of those older dudes. But all he got to do, man, is be patient. Just with a defense like that, he's got to give him 21 points.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all he got to do. With that said, I don't got their ass winning this game. I got San Francisco winning this game.
Listen, this year, I almost guarantee we probably won't bet against San Francisco unless somebody gets hurt.
Yeah, I ain't betting against them.
Yeah, if they're healthy, we might as well just keep them off off the pickup sheet.
Yeah, if they healthy, I'm picking them to go 15-2. Sorry, not is it 15-2? That's what I'm picking. If they are healthy, 15-2.
And if they might be 16-1 in that last, or 15-1 in that last game, they sitting people, so we might pick against them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm not picking against them. So I'm going 49ers. I'm going 31-20.
Yeah. What if Aaron comes out and he looks kind of bad?
If he comes out and looks bad, then this is going to be a 45-10 whipping.
I'm just talking about the people saying, "Oh, he's been off for 2 years. Is he going to be back to what he was? Can he get back to what he was?" I mean, this dude is 2 years older than the last time we saw him.
Yeah, but I think he'll be fine. I think a guy like him, he ain't 49. You know, he ain't 50 years old. I think he'll come back. He'll be all right. He doesn't have to run. He doesn't have to be very mobile. He has a good set of wide receivers around him. All he got to do is dump it to him. And if he does take a slight regression, bro, he got that defense.
Yeah, I mean,
his biggest enemy, he has two big enemies: the New York media and his Achilles. That's it. And if those two hold up, he'll be all right.
He'll be all right.
But do I got him beating the 49ers? Hell to the no.
Man, not this week, buddy.
No, that's not happening, brother. But hey, yeah, that's some good NFL news. But
Yeah,
I got to thinking, I'm a big soccer fan,
yeah.
big soccer fan, and you know they I want to say that they do some things that you would never see in American sports, right?
Mm,
So, like I said, I follow the English Premier League, which is like the number one league for soccer.
right.
So the coaches are known to have, their whole group of players, and they're known to tell players straight up before the season starts. I'm not talking about when they first, got hired for the team. They'll tell them like 2-3 weeks before the season starts, you are no longer on our plans. You need to find another team. You gotta go practice with the U21s. That's some. If you saw something like that in American sports,
And these are star players?
star players, man, star player. So there is a soccer team called Chelsea.
Okay.
Chelsea's a really big team. So they have they got a coach, first year coach. He came from, I think he was like assistant like a place called Man City. He came there and he decided he wanted to put his own imprint on the team. So the Premier League season started about 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, he tells some of the star players, "You're not in our plans anymore. You're not even going to dress. You need to find another team. Find someone where we can sell you to, because you're not in our plans. So you're banished. You're going to go play with U21s or the U18s." Can you imagine, like, you know, uh, Mike McCarthy telling, DeMarcus Lawrence,
Yeah.
"You're not really in my plans, buddy. You demoted to the practice squad." I I don't see it happening, man.
So okay, so I don't follow soccer.
Yeah.
So under what circumstance would they do that?
If you don't fit the play scheme, if you don't fit the play scheme anymore, they may be like, you ain't with us. Or if they trying to find a way to force you out because they have a younger, cheaper talent to take over. So um, just like most American sports, the salaries are guaranteed.
Yeah,
They're guaranteed.
yeah.
So the main player this happened to was the guy named Raheem Sterling.
Mm.
Dude played for Chelsea. Baller. Straight baller. So Raheem probably gets paid like between like, they get paid weekly. So he gets paid like 250,000 pounds to 350,000 pounds a week. Coach came and told him straight up, and he even said this to the media. He said, "I told Raheem he's not in our plans. He needs to find another team so we can sell him."
And and he had to go find his own.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me tell you how bad they wanted him off the roster. They sent him to a team called Arsenal, who is like one of their rivals. They loan you can loan players in soccer. You can loan them out. They loaned him to their rival, and they're paying his salary to go play for their rival.
Yeah, that's a head scratch. What?
Bruh, the disrespect is the first thing. First off, you gonna tell me I'm not in your plans. That's number
So
one. Number two, you gonna tell me I gotta go play with the U21s, the academy kids.
so there in the soccer leagues, the coaches had the power, and that the superstars, like in our leagues, because in our leagues,
Uh,
superstar carry the power.
the superstars do. If you're Cristiano Ronaldo, you're Lionel Messi, you're Mohamed Salah, Erling Haaland, you can do that. But Raheem Sterling, he's a star, but he ain't a star. You know what I'm saying? He he big, but he ain't he ain't an untouchable
Yeah,
player.
untouchable. Yeah, yeah.
But is he a really good player that anybody would have? Yes. They would love to have him. But coach was like, yeah, he not in our plans. He got to find another team so we can sell him. The season starts. Raheem is sitting up. He ain't even sitting with the team. Brother's up in one of the suites with a coat on, like sipping tea. Like, but like European sports, man, they are so much tougher on people than in America. I can't imagine a coach in any league saying it. Matter of fact, I seen it one time in American sports. You know when I saw it? I saw it 3 seasons ago where the coach of the Houston Rockets told John Wall, "You don't fit our plans, so we're not gonna play you this year." you're going to just practice, but you're not going to play. Thankfully, John Wall ain't go all hood on his ass and said, well, shit, I'm getting paid $40 million a year. Yeah, I'll come practice, help the young guys. But I think eventually they didn't even want him around the team. That was like the first and only time I've seen that. That right there is a regular occurrence in soccer across Europe.
But even at that point, right? You say John Wall, he was big in name at that point. He played for a few years back then, so he was big on name, just like the soccer player you referenced.
Yeah,
he was a star, but he was no longer a superstar.
Yeah,
so
John Wall was a bit in his late 30s. He had some knee injuries.
Yeah,
the guy Raheem Sterling, he ain't got no injuries. I think he's like 28. He's like 28 years old. Dude, I won championships with different teams. So, here's the crazy thing. He got loaned. A loan is only for one season. You got to come back next summer and see me.
To have it all.
Let me tell you something. If I go to the loan team and I ball out, I'm coming back arrogant as hell next summer when I come back to the team.
But if you're not in the coach's plans, then what?
But here's the thing. It's hard for you to not be in the coach's plans when you go ball out. Now, he could want you to ball out because then he'd be like, oh, your value just went up. Now I can sell you for even more.
Yeah.
So that's like the difference like with Americans. Like and Europeans, they can sell you. They can loan you. They can banish you to go play with the academy teenagers.
Could you imagine? Man, in any other sports, NFL, especially the NBA. Oh man, y'all the low Kobe Bryant. What the hell? What are we supposed to do with this? Yeah. Oh, that'd be crazy.
Steph Curry, you have been sent to the G League to go play with the Santa Cruz Warriors.
Yeah. That would turn the sports world upside down.
Right. I'm telling you, the soccer drama alone is movie shit.
Yeah. It will be excellent for the media. Excellent for the media. Good Lord, it'd be a story every day.
Right, yeah. But yeah, some other thing that came up, like I said, I try to like stay out of NBA news until I can get a little bit closer to the season. But I started reading about LeBron and Bronny. And so LeBron came out and said that, oh, Bronny can't call me dad on the court. He gotta call me 2-3, or he gotta call me like a bro or something like that. I love my dad, but I ain't playing no team with him.
If LeBron wasn't on there, would the Lakers have drafted him?
Hell no.
So it's almost a show. It's almost a show. You're a few years away from the last time you won a championship. LeBron's getting older. Can AD carry a team for himself a full season? What's going to keep us relevant if LeBron does?
Yeah.
What's going to keep us relevant this year? I see it as that. I don't have no problem with it, because you have to sell tickets. You have to kind of, again, sell hope.
Yeah.
I hope the young fella does well. I hope he develops into. I don't think he'll be his dad, but I hope he develops into a player that can be in the NBA for a long time. But for right now, I just kind of think it's that time when the Bullets got George Marathon and Muggsy Bowl. On a smaller level, but I see it as that. It's a storyline. It feels good. It keeps you relevant. It's going to make people tune in because, hey, Bronny got in the game. He scored 12 points, blah, 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 blah. His dad gave him his first assist. The league's going to blow up.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
I do like the fact that it's going to be the first father-son duo. I've been waiting to see that in some sport at some time where they play together.
Yeah.
Because we've seen players play for their dad. We've seen that before, like Austin Rivers, Doc Rivers. We've seen that. But to see father and son play together, I think it's going to be pretty cool. Now,
it's a feel-good story.
If I'm on the court and I'm playing against you and your son, I'm talking big trash. I'm talking big trash, like, bruh. I'm talking about his mama, your wife. I'm talking about his mama, your grandmother. I'm doing all that. And here's another thing: do y'all carpool together to work?
Dad, you gonna give me a ride?
Yeah.
Yeah. How does that work?
Dad, can I see your playbook? I lost mine.
Is he gonna yell at him for missing a play?
Oh yeah, man. He gonna yell at LeBron. Starting to yell at anybody now.
What I'm saying.
So, but it's like if you living with your dad, right? Like, can he like ground you and then y'all got to ride to work together? Oh, if we on a hotel trip, do we stay in the same hotel room together?
Nah.
Am I still on your insurance plan? You know what I'm saying? Because remember, health you and your parents' healthcare till you 25. So, Dad, am I still on your healthcare plan?
Like it was some news about Bronny and making some money or something, or I can't remember.
I mean, he made over $1 million NIL. He was the highest paid NIL player last year.
So he got his own money, you know.
Yeah. Look,
but
yeah, he got his own money. Look, I'm hoping he goes and balls out. Being a big fan of college basketball, I didn't see him do very much that would make me believe he's going to be a star. Normally, you see somebody who averages less than 5 points a game, you'd be like, yeah, brother, you're going to be playing for the Minneapolis Crabs over in Serbia. You know what I'm saying? Or you better make sure that economics degree is good.
Yeah.
But homie, I mean, look, much respect to him. He has one of the greatest players in the world showing him and teaching him every day, and a person who has your back. So I actually think, unlike what the media is saying, I think he has less pressure because his dad and other players are going to make sure they try and help him to build him up. Because, now, if I lose minutes to Bronny, I'm fighting.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. So I'm just like, if I'm on the bench, somebody gets hurt, and they say, "Oh, we're going with Bronny." I gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm not even suiting up the next game.
Send me to the G League.
I see him in practice.
Yeah.
I know because he got James on the back of his jersey. He's getting some run. Nah.
Yeah.
I'm in the coach's office the next day.
Yeah. Nah. I'm gonna have a serious problem, especially if like you're their first round. I forgot who their first round pick was. If I'm your first round pick and Bronny get minutes over me, I know that I'm better. I know that I've outperformed him, and you put him in the game. Come on, brother. Now, the right thing for him to do: send Bronny to the G League for a while. Let him get his thing going.
Yeah.
He did pretty good in summer league, which I thought was really he did really good in summer league.
Yeah.
But that's summer league. You're playing against 90% of dudes who ain't gonna get drafted, or who weren't drafted. Who were signed to two-way deals. When he gets into that league, it's a target on his back. The good thing is he has the biggest name in professional sports to protect him.
But that's why people are always going to gun for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's an instant highlight reel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the second he steps on the court, cameras are on Bronny. Oh, Bronny.
I'm dunking on his ass.
Oh, exactly. He's checking me. I'm going to cross his ass up and end up. I'm going to cross him up and end up on ESPN highlights. I'm on the top 10 reel. That's what I'm for that every time he comes in the game. If he checks
every and one move I could think of.
Oh man.
I'm gonna recreate the Allen Iverson Michael Jordan crossover on his ass. You know what I'm saying? We putting that on a t-shirt. So it's like can you imagine like trash talkers in this game, what they gonna be saying to this dude? They gonna talk about his grandmother and the whole Delonte West rumor. They saying all that.
You're gonna have to have some of the toughest skin because I mean, rightfully so. You talk trash when you compete. You know what I mean? I'm like this, man. You will never be a father. You might. He might as well just carry his bag back to the car. I'm giving it to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Now,
but
bro.
if he develops into anything, develops into a defensive player, develop into the guy that can spot up in the corner and hit a couple of threes. You know what I mean? You can live up. You can play a long time in NBA with those skills. And if he does that, I mean, you know, nobody expects him to be his dad. But because of
Yeah.
who he is, he's always going to be judged on that.
Yeah. His first 2 years, he should just try to just be a spot up shooter, little small role player.
Take some tough defense.
Yeah. And let people get used to that as he develops.
Yeah.
If he tries to come out and have rookie of the year, he gonna fail. He is going to fail. Especially, like I said, when he goes up against dudes that's closer to his age, them under 25 dudes, they gonna try to mess with his head. They gonna just try, and don't let him be out there at a time of the game when his dad ain't out there or Anthony Davis ain't out there. They gonna be like, "Ooh, it's and when's Rucker Park time?"
Highlight reel.
I'm trying to break his ankles.
Oh, listen, I want to be on Sports Center. Dun-dun-dun,
But hey, before we end it, man, I gotta ask this. It was a good question that I saw somebody had put in one of the comments. You know, they asked me what was my worst sports moment as a fan. Now, and I think they were saying this is a more of a, you know, kind of funny, sad thing, not like boohoo crying kind of way. And I thought about it. I said my worst sports moment for me. I'm a big Duke basketball fan.
Okay.
I remember Duke had just won a championship 2010. And the next year we got Kyrie Irving. I said, ooh, we brought back the whole team. We about to repeat. Fam, we got to, I want to say the Sweet 16, and we got smoked by Arizona. And I remember I was so upset about that shit. I remember I called out of work the next morning. I think I stayed in bed to about noon. I was hurt by that loss, bro. I was hurt. It's like, as sports fans, we all got them moments where you just like, don't talk to me for a few days. And, you know, as a Commanders fan, I've gotten so numb to the pain that I haven't had that feeling since, you know, the 90s.
Yeah.
But that was my moment, man. When that happened with Duke, I was just like, Jesus, take me now.
You know, and I've been a Cowboys fan so long, you know, and I get them. Well, I used to get them so much energy, so much. You know, I was preseason. I was, you know, I was all in. I'm not that way anymore. But if I had to say just the lowest moment was the Romo fumble on the field goal attempt.
Against Seattle? Was it Seattle, New Orleans?
It was Seattle.
Yeah.
That fumble. Now he was still young. He was still new. You know, he's your starting quarterback, so he shouldn't have been in the game holding the goddamn ball anyway. Right? But I think we were going to play Chicago the next week. We had beat them earlier in the season, and it was just like, we could beat Seattle. Yeah, we could beat Chicago. We will be in an NFC Championship game. And at that time, it was probably what? Now we like 15, 16 years past the Super Bowl, and that's how we was in the NFC Championship game. That's stuff. Yeah. To see him sit on that field, and I mean, we drove the field, kicking the field goal to take the lead. The defense was solid, and then the ball slipped through them fingers. I almost want to cry thinking about it.
You know what's funny? I remember that because my ex was a Dallas Cowboys fan. I remember we was at her house watching it. Yeah. And, you know, I was like, oh, this is going to be an easy field goal. I'm like, Romo, he's got to catch it and let the guy kick it. And he fumbled that joint. And I remember my first reaction, it probably wasn't a good thing. I burst out like Joker laughing at it happening. So she just happened to be right there. So I was like, ah, you know. Needless to say, boy, she ain't give me no tender love and care for a minute.
You know what? That might have been the moment that I stopped caring as much as I did.
God damn, that was like 2006.
But it took so much out of you.
Yeah.
Because you get to that point. And then, since that point, the expectations weren't high. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We had Parcells, Romo coming in, but we were doing just enough to win some games. Defense was solid, doing just enough. And that happened. And you just like, this, we snake bit. We snake bit.
I told you, on text a long time ago, that's probably months ago, there a very sobering fact about NFL. There are only 2 teams in the entire league who have not been to the conference championship or Super Bowl in the past 30 years. Those 2 teams are the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys.
And that is some of the saddest shit.
Yeah.
We've said on this podcast.
Yeah. I saw that. I had to go and read. I spent like 10 minutes reading stats. I said, that can't be true. That can't be true. And of course, for the Washington Commanders, we have not been since 1991. They showed that you all haven't been since 1995. Right. So at the end of this season, it would be 30 years for you all. For us right now, it's like 30. It's 33 and a half at this point. That's sad. That's sad.
So my son was born in 94.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a Cowboy fan because of his dad. I remember the heyday where, Aikman and Irvin and Emmett and all them, and we went in Super Bowl, and it almost feels like, oh, this team is going to do this forever. My son turned 30. He has not seen them dudes win. Ever.
Yeah.
And he called me one year, and he was like, Dad, I blame you for this. I agonize over this team, and he's like, I've never even seen them win. So, I tell him about the heyday. That's all I got. All I got is stories, buddy. All I got is stories.
Yeah, son. We know back in 1992. Hey, believe. I had that moment. I had to tell somebody, and this is how I knew I'm getting up there in age. We were talking about when the Washington Capitals and the Washington Nats won the championship. They won championships like 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
And somebody was asking about it at work, like, man, no, were you all here for that parade? And I was like, yeah, it was a good parade. But I said, I remember when the Washington Redskins won back in 1991. I was a little kid. I remember the city got shut down. They stopped court cases. Like, parking was free. They closed the governments, closed schools.
Open Rise was free.
Yeah.
They opened it up.
Yeah. Like, it was a whole other event. And then I stopped. And I said, "Woo, shut up." This was back when Papa George Bush was president. You are showing your age right now.
Listen, we getting older, buddy. All we got is stories. Because neither one of our teams are winning. We got that. We have to hold on to those.
I know, but I don't want to be telling stories about when gas was 99 cents a gallon.
I do. Because I remember the good old days. That's what they were. When you could fill up your tank with the quarters in your ashtray.
See, you sounded old right there because you said ashtray. Ain't no cars got no damn ashtrays in them now.
Damn, they don't.
They don't make cars with ashtrays. They don't even put them with cigarette lighters anymore.
That's crazy. Oh, man.
But hey, that's where we need to go ahead and leave it, man.
Yeah.
It's always a good time chopping it up with you, Phil.
Always. I look forward to this every week.
Hey, well, I'm going to go ahead and sign off right here.
Yes, sir.
And, I'll see you next week. All right, man.
All right, now.